Welcome back. Joining us now is Derek Hemphill to tell us about the St. Jude 5K. Derek, thanks for being here.
Thank you for having me.
So I understand that you have personal experience, though, at St. Jude.
I do.
Unfortunately.
Unfortunately or fortunately. Yeah, we in January of 2021, I had 3 healthy children. And one day got a call from our doctor after my wife had taken my son in for a nosebleed, which happens sometimes to teenagers.
Right.
And we had received a diagnosis that he had AML leukemia, which is a very dangerous type of leukemia that has a very serious chance of causing the child not to survive. And so within about 12 hours of us getting that diagnosis here at our local St. Jude affiliate at Mercy Hospital, we were literally put on a jet and flown, air flighted 2 of us with a medical crew to Memphis, where we were taken in an ambulance and rushed to St. Jude. Had we not gotten there as quick as we did, my son would not have survived. He was incredibly sick. Leukemia is a terrible disease that quickly robs the person of their energy and their blood and makes it very hard for them to live. And he was on literally death's door when we got to St. Jude.
Oh my goodness gracious. I can't imagine in the chaos of those moments, just trying to think through this and what does this mean and what do we do now and what is this going to look like and what's the future holding. And so that's where St. Jude comes into play.
Yeah, St. Jude is absolutely amazing. You hope that you never ever hear the words "your child has cancer," but if you do, to me it's a huge relief to know there's an organization like St. Jude that's out there, and that their sole purpose is to take children who have been given this terrible diagnosis and keep them alive. And they've been doing it since the 1960s, and they basically are completely focused on taking these sick children and finding ways, new and novel ways often, to help the children survive. And while they're going through what is the worst process you've ever seen. I wouldn't wish what my son had to go through on my worst enemy. Chemotherapy is a horrible, horrible thing for anybody to have to experience, much less a child. And I told him so many times, I would trade places with you in an instant if I could, but there's no way I would have been as tough as that little kid was. I mean,
he was 14,
He was 14 at the time, and yeah, he was very stoic about it. He would do anything the doctors asked him to do. He wanted to get better so that he could go back home and go back to school and be with his friends and just be a normal kid. He did not want to be a cancer kid. He wanted to be, back with his friends, doing the normal crazy things that kids, 14-year-olds and 15-year-olds do.
Now, I understand that with St. Jude, you don't ever get a bill as a parent, as a family. What does that all cover? Yeah,
that is absolutely right. From the moment that we were diagnosed on through the entire process, my family has not had to pay a single dime.
That's incredible.
They paid for the air flight there. They paid for 6 months of treatment, continuous treatment at St. Jude. All the chemotherapy, all the other treatments when we had infections, that was all covered. While we were in between treatments and everything, you get well enough that you don't have to be in the hospital proper. They actually have housing near the hospital that's in a kind of a gated community, and it's kind of like dormitory living, but it's perfect, and they cover it all.
We actually are here to talk about the 5K too, and that's, I know you're so passionate about this because you live this and because it's so important to you and to so many families out there. So when is this 5K happening that can help benefit them?
This 5K is happening September 24th, so in a couple weeks. It is, there's still plenty of time to register. It's absolutely free to register. There's going to be tons of family fun things to do, and the event will be at Hammons Field. Registrations opens at 7 in the morning. At 7:30 there's an opening ceremony, and at 8 o'clock the run walk starts.
All right, and you can find all that information online.
Online, yep. stjude.org/walk Springfield.
And how's your son?
He is doing amazing. He is in honors classes at Central. He is a total cancer survivor. He's going to be out there at the walk run fundraising and doing his best to help other kids who are still fighting behind the walls.
Thank you so much for being here, for sharing your story with us.
Thank you for letting us have this opportunity.
Join this 5K. All right, coming up, we have to go back out to the Japanese Fall Festival.
I love it. Ozarks Live will be right back. Stay with us.